Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Today we will present about sports psychology. First, I will introduce myself. I am Ain Sofia binti Muhammad Syafian, and my group members is Muhammad Aidia Zahar, Muhammad Adiafi, and Muhammad Rafif.
Okay, I will start the presentation. Summary of article about imagery. Imagery is popular among all athletes, from grassroots level up to elite sport personalities. For example, Brazilian footballer Ronaldinho employs imagery for game preparation and strategy purpose. Next, I will pass to Ain.
Okay, next I will introduce about concept and theories. First one is psychoneuromuscular theory. Psychoneuromuscular theory posits that imagery result in subliminal neuromuscular patterns that are identical to the patterns used during actual movement, even though the imagined event does not result in overt movement of the musculature. Subliminal efferent commands are sent from the brain to the muscle. In sense, neuromuscular system given opportunity to practice a movement pattern. Second is symbolic learning theory. Learning theory differs to psychoneuromuscular theory. The symbolic learning theory states that mental practice and imagery would because the individual literally plans her action in advance. Last one is attention and concentration sets theory. Attention and arousal set theory combines the cognitive aspect of symbolic learning theory with the psychology aspect of psychoneuromuscular theory. Next, I will pass to the Muhammad Rafif for opinion.
For the suggestion and opinion, my opinion is every sportsman who had high imagery like Ronaldinho will be a benefit to his performance since it will enhance your performance. It also make you feel more confident in what you do and less anxiety. For the conclusion, I will pass to Muhammad.
So we continue about conclusion. In conclusion, imagery is a very effective and beautiful thing in sports psychology. It can be used for almost anything. Imagery has been found to enhance performance, and that is why it is used as a practice technique by coach and athletes. If this can be seen as a method to better ourselves, then we can also use it to better the way we live. Next, I will pass to Mama Adi to continue the topic. Next topic.
Okay, summary of article about aggression. The article is Zinedine Zidane's dismissal in the 2006 World Cup final is one of the much storied moments of modern football. We remember it as a decisive, as a discordant and not to a great career, and its aftermath as a wider narrative of loyalties, brands, attitudes, even personal politics. Next, I will pass to Ain.
Okay, next I will explain about concept and theory about aggression. First one is instinct theory. Aggression is innate within every human being, therefore unavoidable, and every person at one time will feel aggression. It states that sport can be used to channel our aggression and enables a socially acceptable way to release aggression. Second one is social learning theory. Aggression is vicious circle, and once one of act of aggression has been performed, that it only lead to another. This circle can be broken, however, that they we break the circle is by either positive and negative reinforcement. Last one is moral reasoning and aggression theory. Aggression is related to a person moral reasoning. It was understood in the theory that certain people will act to different level of aggression depending on their morals. Next, I will pass to the opinion to Muhammad Rafif.
For the suggestion and opinion, my opinion is Zidane should be more prepared for his mental and emotion during the game because it was an important match for his team. It qualified his team and chances to win will go down a few by him getting a red card. To roll the topic, I will pass the conclusion to Muhammad Aidiazah.
Okay, for the conclusion, defined as the intention to physically, verbally, or psychologically harm someone who is motivated to avoid such treatment. Aggression can be either hostile or instrumental. Hostile aggression refers to actions that are motivated by anger and that are intended solely to harm someone. Thus, with this form of aggression, the perpetrator simply wants the victim to suffer. For example, a soccer player deliberate and illegally tripping an opponent with the sole purpose of injuring that person. In instrumental aggression, however, harmful actions have a purpose over and above that of wounding another player. Athletes might, for instance, attempt to injure an opponent because they believe that doing so will increase their chance of victory. In sport, research has focused mainly on the aggressive action of three groups of individuals: athlete, spectator, and parents at your sporting event. Next, I will pass to Muhammad Adi to the next topic.
The next article is about burnout, drug abuse in sport and exercise. The article is in 2018. Kevin Love wrote about his decades-long fight with depression and anxiety in a Players Tribune essay titled "Everyone is Going Through Something." The essay launched a movement among high-profile athletes to destigmatize mental illness. Next, I will pass to Ain.
Okay, this is concept and theory about burnout. Okay, the first one is stress model. A burnout model is consists of four stage, which is situational demands, cognitive appraisal, psychology response, and behavior response. An athlete response to stress is depend on personality and motivation factor, which determine whether that athlete copes and whether they burn out. Second is investment model. The investment model suggests that burnout stems from an athlete lack of motivation, while the cognitive and affective model propose that it is due to stress causing and perceived inability to cope with situational demands. Okay, last one is empowerment model. The empowerment model was introduced to explain burnout syndrome, quality of nurturing work life, empowerment and other work related variables. According the empowerment model, nurse empowerment reduce burnout syndrome and improve the quality of nurturing work. Thank you. I will pass to Mama Rafi to explain about opinion.
For suggestion and opinion, my opinion is not even others around him. As a human, to get rid of his depression with support from we should give every support we can to help people with his mental health issues. For the conclusion, I will pass to Muhammad Aidiazah.
In conclusion, burnout in sport can occur due to various factors. It is more easily broken down into internal factors like perfectionism, high expectation, or loss of love for sport, and external factors, which include physical exhaustion, excessive time commitment, and even injury. In addition, the athlete's perception of stress and pressure is what matters most in the development of burnout. It is very difficult to perform your best when it feels like a chore. Unfortunately, with this type of outlook on sport at best, hinders performance and at worst leads to drop out in sport completely. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.